In this Blender tutorial, I'll show you how to use render slots to compare your test renders. So this is a very useful feature in Blender and I use it all the time, especially when I'm working on a large project. So for example, I'm using the project files from my Sunny Spring Garden artwork, and I have an artwork breakdown video showing you how I made it. If you want to check it out, the link is in the description. So I'm going to start just by rendering a single image, so I'll just click on render image. So the render is finished, but now let's say that I want to maybe play around with the colors, or maybe add more grass or less grass, or maybe change the camera angles, but I want to be able to compare my changes to the previous render. Well, what you can do right here on the image editor is you can click up here on the slots, and you can see there are 8 different slots. And right now we've rendered slot 1, so there's that photo icon showing us that we've rendered it. Well, if we jump over to slot 2, now you can see that it's blank, and so I can hit F12 to give this another render. And so now I can switch between slot 1 and slot 2 to compare my renders. Now what you can also do is you can click on the number buttons on the top of your keyboard. So the 1, 2, 3, and so on, and you can see when I click these buttons, it's going to jump through the render slots. Now what I'm going to do is hit the escape key, and I'm going to make a change to my render. So what I'm going to do is go to the shading workspace, and let's say that I want to change the color of the watering can. So maybe I could like duplicate this color ramp, and then I can change the colors so that if I want to go back to this color ramp, I can use it. So let's maybe go with more like a yellow color on the bottom, and then I'm going to go with maybe like an orangey color or a red color on the top. Now what I can do is to jump to my render slots, I'm going to press the F11 button. So F11 is going to jump to the image editor. So you can see right now we're on slot 1, and so if I were to render this, it would actually replace the new image for slot 1. So before I render this, I want to click from slot 1 and I want to go over to slot 2. So now we're going to replace slot 2, so I'll just press F12, or you can click on render and render image. And so now what I can do as it's rendering is I can hit the 1 or the 2 on the top of my keyboard. And you can see I can just switch between them and I can very easily and quickly compare the renders. Now what I'm going to do is hit the escape key and I'm going to change it again. So this time maybe I'll make it like a blue watering can, so I'll make it like a mid blue and then also like a really light blue. So now what I'm going to do is hit F11 again, which is going to take us to the image editor, or you can click right here to change the editor type and change it to the image editor. So this time let's go to slot 3, and I can now press F12 to give it a render, and now I can switch between 1, 2, and 3, and I can just compare the render slots. So I could really use this for testing anything in my scene. Like for example, I could change the lighting, I could change the colors or the materials. I could also see what the scene looks like with less grass. So if I select the ground plane, I'll go here to the modifiers, and I could maybe turn the density way down so there's a lot less grass, maybe even smaller. So I'll just turn the density to a 10. And then again, just press F11. You can jump to a new render slot, which you haven't used before, and then just hit F12 to render the image. All right, so it's rendered. So then for this example, I want to click the 3 and the 4 on the top of my keyboard so I can switch between slot 3 and 4 and just see if I like more grass or less grass. Now, another common reason I like to use this feature is to see how many samples I want. So right now the render samples are only at 80, but let's say that I want to add a lot more samples to see how much more crisp the image is. So for example, maybe I'll just change it up to 200. So now what I'm going to do is change it to slot 5 because that's one that we haven't used before, and then I'll hit F12 to render the image. All right, so the render is finished. So if I just zoom into kind of a more noisy area, I can switch between 4 and 5. So you can see slot 4 was with 80 samples and slot 5 was with 200 samples. And you can also compare the render time. So you can see on slot 4, you can see the time was 8 seconds. If I change it over to slot 5, you can see slot 5 was 18 seconds because it was a lot more samples. So this is very useful if you're setting up your Blender file for an animation, because you might want to see how many samples are actually useful. So in this case, the differences between 80 samples and 200 samples aren't really that different. The scene doesn't really look that different, so it may not be worth the extra render time, and that's especially useful to know if you're doing an animation. So just another really useful feature, if you're setting up an animation and you want to come play around with your render settings, you can compare your render slots, and then you can see if the image is going to render faster. So I'll just compare this one more time. So what I'm going to do is turn down the light paths so it'll render faster. So let's change this over to slot 6, and then what I'm going to do is turn down the light paths. So I'll turn the total and the diffuse and glossy way down. I can also turn off the transmission and transparent, and I can also turn off the indirect light, the caustics. Let's turn all of these off. So now I'll just hit F12 to render. All right, so it's finished rendering. So what I'm now going to do is just switch between slot 5 and slot 6. So you can see with slot 6, that was when the light paths were turned down, and you can see it looks like we saved about 1 second. So 1 second isn't that large, but if you're doing a large animation, that can actually save you a lot of render time because every frame will be a second faster. And the only thing that looks different in the scene is that the plants in the background look just slightly darker, so it's really not going to make the render look any different. And if you'd like to watch the video where I show you the creation process of how I made this scene, then you can check it out with the link in the video description. And if you'd like to watch more of my Blender quick tips, then I also have a Blender quick tips playlist. Link to that is in the description. So I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching.